My name is Caroline Conlon and I want to talk to you today about your experience requirement and how you record that to become a chartered accountant. So the 3 points that I'm going to talk to you today about is firstly the experience requirement, secondly working with your mentor, and thirdly the CA diary itself and how you record your experience into it. These points are overlapping, and what I would suggest you do is have a look at our website, which has all these and more detail outlined, where you can go through the help sheets and the guidance. So as a registered student and working towards your qualification, you have to evidence a certain amount of time over the course of your training, plus competencies and working through your learning levels. So how you do this, as you come in as a registered student, if you come in as a degree holder, that you need to evidence 3.5 years of work experience. If you come in with a relevant master's, it's 3 years, and so on and so forth, depending on your entry requirement. In terms of the experience requirement then, we have competencies. We have core competencies, which are financial reporting, business environment and professional values, which are the core competencies. And we have 4 areas of experience. We have audit, tax, finance and IT. In terms of the areas of experience then, you need to evidence 1 area in depth by the time you come for admission to membership. So by depth, what we look at there is in terms of the learning levels. We have 3 learning levels, which are understand, apply and integrate. And typically speaking, over the course of your training contract, understand is the first year that you are in training, the second year is usually at apply, and the third year is usually integrate. You evidence this in terms of the CA diary. When you go to log into the diary, your username is your student number. Every student has an individual login, and you have a login from when you register as a student with us. And what you're doing on a practical level is you're going to cover and evidence to us all of your training requirement. So typically speaking, when you're recording a CA diary entry, what we like to see in terms of the evidence that you're submitting are 3 things. The first thing, and always, it should be in clear business language. Secondly, there should be no mention of clients or anything that's confidential in relation to the work that you're doing in your business or in your firm. And if you're unsure, talk to your mentor and you can discuss what you can leave out of the entry. Also then, in terms of the competencies that you're claiming for a time period, what is really good to see is if you put detail into the evidence of where you're getting the competencies from. So for example, if you were working on an audit piece, you would actually talk about the audit, what sections you were responsible for, and then type the competencies that relate to that as a reference point at the end of the text. This helps us see where the evidence came from within the evidence that you're submitting, and it also benefits your mentor. It makes it easier for your mentor to actually see where the evidence for these competencies are coming from, and allows them to sign it off as well. The second type of information that you need to record into the diary is your calendar section if you're in a training contract. The way the calendar works is if you're, for example, in a 3.5-year training contract, we know that's 910 days, and as you record in things like annual leave, study leave, out of office, time off in lieu, that deducts down from the 910 and gives you the days served, and you can see how this tots together in your admission to membership document as you're going along. Lastly, within the training contract, you have a goals and achievement section. Now, it's not mandatory, but it is useful for you to set goals over the course of your training and then record how you achieve them. They're not signed off by your mentor, but they will generate into the PDF document. If you're in the elevation or flexible route, you record the work experience and the competencies and all the points we've covered there, but you don't have a calendar section. How your diary works is as you're recording up the time and the experience that you gained, that tots into days served, and that adds up on your total and goes into your admission to membership document, so you can check that as you're progressing. What I would strongly suggest you do, at least on a 6-monthly basis, is make sure that you have your diary up to date, and you have your pieces reflected and recorded in, and you work with your mentor and get your mentor to review this and agree the points and sign off the work experience as you're getting it. And the mentor then separately submits a mentor review, which is logged into your portfolio as you're going along over the course of your training. So it's very important that you work with your mentor and get your experience signed off on a regular basis, and it goes into your admission to membership document. And as over the course of your training, what is very good about the diary is that it is completely different from the exams, in that you know from the start of this what the core competencies are, what the areas of experience are, and what your goals are, and the time period you need to account for. And once you obey this and have worked with your mentor and have it signed off, there should be no reasons for anything else strange to happen when you come for admission to membership. It should be very smooth in terms of the submission. Lastly then, overall the system itself, we have many help sheets, guidance and further information on how you can use and record in the CA Diary, which are available on the website for you.